Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. It's Friday, and sometimes guys, I do Fidens Fridays, so hashtag Fidens Fridays. So this one, it might have been, the regular version of this, might have been the first beer I ever had from Fidens. It was definitely one of the first. I think it was a crowler of a guy, and I think it was the first I had from them. So this is the double dry hopped version, though. Necessary means for a necessary means. Double dry hopped, double IPA, coming in at 8.4% ABV, Mosaic and Citra. Super excited for this. It's another stupid hot day here. It's mid 80s, which for me is way too hot. So definitely looking for a beer like this. Proper glassware, etc., etc. That's a nice deep orange color. I mean, there's some yellow in there, but it's like, beyond hazy. It's definitely got that more orange color than anything. Actually, it's almost just, it's barely over a finger of head. It's that grayish, orange, white kind of color, pretty compact bubbles. Definitely looks the part. Let's get into the aroma. You know what? I'm not surprised with the Citra that I'm getting peach, but peach is the main thing I'm getting, or at least the first big thing I'm getting. It's a very peach, like a juicy peach, but also some peach rings, so that's kind of cool, some complexity with this peach thing. There's the orange zest. It was a little tropical, a little earth and like earthy dankness specifically tied together. That orange the peach is still heavy for me, and I like that. But the orange keeps creeping up to be more and more intense. It is very juice forward. If it didn't have that earthy dank element, it would just kind of smell like, one of those like mixed orange juice mixes you can get that have like, I wouldn't say pineapple, but like mango, peach, orange kind of a juice mix. Smells juicy. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. Yeah, that's awesome. Wow. Pale ales through triple IPAs. I really like all of them. I'm fortunate to have a palate that. And the same thing is true of food. Unless it's water chestnuts, I typically like all kinds of food, and whether it's individual ingredients or dishes. And when it goes to beverages, there's a lot of things I do like. Carbonic acid I don't like. So there is some stuff in the beverage space that are turnoffs for me. Just sour without like some fruitiness, maybe a little bit like salinity. But man, even in this pale ale to triple IPA range of things that I like at each of those levels, double IPAs seem to really be what I mostly gravitate towards. Like if I really wanted like the beer, I go double IPA. And I'm saying all of that to say this, and I'm really, no hype beer reviews. I really try to, keep a level head and stuff. This is, I'm going to use the word exactly. This is exactly what I want in a beer like this. I think, and I said this before, Fidens, without the use of lactose, the body still has some nice sweetness, they achieve it. It has such an amazing body and mouthfeel. They lean into bitterness too for these beers. It has the juicy elements for sure. You check all those boxes I said in the aroma. Even the complexity of like the peach rings and real peach. But then it has this awesome bitterness. It's got the dank, little bit of earthiness. So like you also know you're drinking a beer, but it's got the fruity elements. I mean, it's just killer. Like the aroma for me, it's really this. Ooh, okay. Well, let me say one thought at a time, guys. That's more actually to myself. It's really this fight between the peaches and the oranges, like which one's going to be, heard the loudest, which one you're going to taste the most. But it does have some of that mango thing, so it's got my trifecta of Citra. And it was funny because I was going to comment that, it's again a Mosaic beer that I'm not getting berries out of. But that sip, and you saw my expression, I did get For me, it used to be more of a blueberry specific thing. That was more of it was blueberry, but more just like a blend, generic berryness. But there was a little bit of a pop of like, no, that's blueberry specifically, but that wasn't the whole element of that aspect. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. This beer's awesome. Like, it's just straight up delicious and amazing. Great level of bitterness. You get a little bit of zestiness, but it's much more of the orange juice for me. That one, very peach ring first, then the peach, actual peach. Man, I know I'm saying the same descriptors over and over again, but it's just the different levels and intensities each sip and how they kind of trade off is just really awesome. Yeah, I love this. This is fantastic. I haven't had now that they've made a ton of these double dry hopped beers. It seems like they're doing more and more of like, hey, here's our double dry hopped version of that beer. I think I've only had 2 of them. The first one I wouldn't say was any better than the regular one. And this one is at least as good, if not better, than what I remember the regular one tasting like. Yeah, I'm loving this. There's no hiding behind that fact. I don't have a poker face enough to not just put that all on the table. So well done. If anyone from the brewery's watching, well done, guys. This is awesome. Have you guys had some before? Have you had any other double dry hop ones that they've released in the last few months, it seems like? Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.